Rightio, episode 14 of the podcast.
Yeah, mate, under season. We are sweating our way through the Aussie summer here, but we are keeping the content rolling and it's good bloody fun.
Yeah, it is good fun, but there is no air conditioning in our studio.
No, it's stinking hot in here. If we've got a fan running, it has to turn off because these mics pick up everything.
They do. Okay, let's get started. What's in this episode?
So we've got a few treats for you all this week. We've got frog chickens making another appearance. When we had our alien-looking terrafowl there, that raised some eyebrows, and it's actually a common thing. But anyway, more on that. We've got some horny cows. We've also got a barbecue festival next to a 190-metre high waterfall, and we're making a dip in the smoker.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, let's just jump straight into it. Fuck up of the week. This is where we like to start off with a bit of humorous action. And don't take it so serious. It's just for a laugh.
Yeah, it's a joke.
All right, let's get started. Let's roll into it. This one was sent into us by Liam Crawley. Now, he's a good friend. He's also a butcher. And I'm assuming this was at a butcher shop that he worked in, and it looks like some sort of CCTV. And he said, watch The Apprentice do nothing. So let's watch this video.
We love a good flare-up.
So I don't know what he's got in the smoker. It must be pork, but that thing's on fire.
Yeah, that's a good fat fire going on there. Probably got the fat dripping directly on the heat source, I would imagine. But
because the wheels were locked as well, that's what tip.
And that whole thing would be getting red hot by now.
Yeah, now she's well and truly on fire by now. It's become a little bit of an emergency here. Oh, no.
How to make something bad worse.
Oh, no. I feel like the lady in the video has tried to take action here because it was getting out of hand. The young fella hasn't done much other than look at it and go inside and outside. She had to do something about it.
Yeah, but also too, as much of a fuck up as it is, it's also better than him trying to save it and spending the afternoon in the ED.
Yeah, correct, right? You can't muck around with these things too much because those coals are hot, but not a very nice ending.
R.I.P.
I'm going to watch it drop this thing again. Just have a laugh. Oh,
Skadoosh.
no.
It looks like it's sitting up on a bench though. Oh no, that's right. The commentary says the wheels were locked. That's why it's tipped.
Well, thanks for sending that one in, Liam. If you've got any other barbecue mishaps, send them in because we'd love to play them on the show. Now, this one was posted on Reddit. It's just a photo. It was posted by Educational Willow. That was the name of the person that posted it. And they've put a smoker inside the house because apparently it was too cold outside. They've put dryer duct hose over the chimney with a clamp and directed the smoke outdoors. Now, this is bloody dangerous.
Is it though?
Well, carbon monoxide is a real thing, right?
Yeah, but that's what the extraction hose is for.
I don't know whether the smoke entirely just comes out of a chimney on a smoker. I think it can still seep out the edges of the doors.
Yeah. But see, the chimney's purely only just for show purposes on these ones anyway. It doesn't act as an exhaust, does it?
100%.
Yeah, right. I thought it was just a little choo-choo. Bro, I've got a smoker. I've got a Traeger that doesn't even have a chimney. The smoke just comes out the back.
Okay, but this one does have a chimney. I'm sure if you got one with a chimney, you put your hand over the top, you feel the heat coming out of it.
Oh, yeah, it's coming out because it's rising, but it doesn't act the same way as like a reverse flow or a offset goes where the stack is actually causing draft.
Yeah, so maybe that ducting's doing sweet fuck all.
Yeah, the kink in it too. The smoke could just be getting stuck.
So people were legitimately worried about this guy. They were concerned about his welfare. He's since deleted his account, but apparently he's all right. But safety first, don't do this at home.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Okay, so this one was posted online by Mike from the Cook Cartel in Auckland, and he's got a special delivery from Cully's.
Yes, by the looks of it, he's tucking into the world's hottest ramen, and that's clocking in at over 1 million Scovilles, and right next to the cat kibble dispenser too, in case he needs to wash something down with a bit of carbohydrate.
Bit of cat food.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how he goes here. There you go, 1 million Scoville units. So Cully's make a range of cool hot sauces. They do rubs as well, but this is another product they have. World's hottest ramen noodles.
Yeah, their sauces are amazing. And let's just compliment Mike here on the fact that he's brave enough to do this all in a white hoodie.
I feel like he's starting to struggle from the get-go.
Yeah, he looks like he's in pain from the start.
Is it pretty hot?
But it looks like it's still boiling too.
Shut up!
So the kids are there making a bit of fun of him at the same time, but he's a trooper. He's getting through it. Oh.
Yeah, knowing these two boys, they are brothers, and there is definitely a bet being lost here. Not one to shy away from a bit of competition, either of these fellas. Current New Zealand national champions too.
Yeah, it's getting hot. Let's turn the sound back up. Oh, he's given up. He's got the milk out.
What happened?
Reflection.
So he says here he drank a whole litre of milk afterwards.
That's going to hurt, mate.
So what do you like with the hot stuff?
My competitive stubbornness gets the better of me most of the time. I mean, I can handle a bit of heat. I don't mind it. But then once I'm on this end, I'm a bit like, what are you doing, bro? You're over 40 now. You don't have the immune system of a crow. I find it's these ones that really hurt. You know, you can have the fresh chilies, the reapers and that sort of thing, and they only go so high. It's once they start processing them with the capsicum oils and that and the extracts where they're just out to hurt you, they're the ones that really get you.
Yeah, it's not for me. I got to say, I do like spicy food, but then there's spicy and then there's this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to dishes of the week. This is where we get to find some stuff on the internet that we love the look of and eat vicariously through the screen.
Yeah, this is where we look after our palates and not destroy them with Scoville units.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So this is one that you sent me on the right here. Tell me a bit about that photo.
Yeah, so this is a place I'm going to put on what I call my achievable bucket list. This is Big Boy BBQ down in Melbourne, Lance Rosen's place. Haven't got myself down that way yet, and this spread is just spectacular. I think he only does Fridays and Sundays. It's a menu that usually only drops a couple of days before, but I am all about this, mate. And I think you can sort of perch a spot up next to the bar and actually eat your meal and watch him while they're doing the slicing and the serving and all that sort of thing. So you're getting a bit of barbecue theatre. Epic looking spread.
So I can confirm the food is smashing, and the video on the left is one I took because I've been there and I think his food is fantastic. I had some Asian pork belly bites, and they were phenomenal. We had some smoked sausage, we had some brisket, pastrami brisket too, I want to say, and it was all banging.
So good. And Lance, he posts a lot of his process of the preparation through the week, so you can get to see a bit of the ins and outs of barbecue. You know, he shows pictures of his briskets pre-trim and all that sort of thing, so you get a bit of an insight of how much work is involved in getting plates like this together. And his desserts, man, they just look absolutely smashing. It's a rotating menu too, so you get what you get and you don't get upset.
Yeah, he's got a rotating menu, but you can just go up and order a lot of things off the menu and he'll make you up a platter with all the things you've ordered, and it looks like this.
So good.
Really, really cool. Now, you had a bit of an idea about some sort of sushi train.
Yeah, so I thought about, you know, the whole thing of sitting at the bar eating barbecue and watching the theatre, and it took me back to an idea a mate and I had, you know, over a decade ago now, because it was going to be for his 40th. We wanted to rent our mate's restaurant. He had a sushi train that wasn't open every night, but on the sushi train, it was drinks coming around, so you didn't have to leave your seat. You just grab a drink as it went past. I was thinking, how cool would a barbecue style sushi train go, where you have the pitmaster in the middle slicing up all the whole cuts and that sort of thing, and plating up portion on different coloured plates that correspond with how much that's going to cost you. And then you'd have a hot kitchen out the back where wings and poppers and all that thing had come past. Then you'd have a separate cold little train where there'd be tequila shots coming out, beers, you know, margaritas, all that sort of thing. And
I like this idea.
yeah.
And everything's little bite-sized portions going around, or like a little bowl of like burnt ends? Or
Yeah, it'd be the same sort of concept as the sushi, where the different coloured plates dictate how much you pay for that dish. I reckon it could be on.
I reckon you're onto something.
Yeah.
And you could be onto something too if you steal his idea.
Someone should do it, because I have too much to do and I'm not opening a fucking restaurant.
Okay, this one was posted by Barbecue Boy, and we called it a terrafowl a couple of episodes ago. And it's basically a chicken that has been butterflied and the breast has been cut off and put on as a head.
Yeah, so this has stirred up our Canadian friends, because this is Ken Van Mackelberg that actually lives in New Zealand now, and Mel Schmiller was also very vocal as, "You fucking Philistines have never even seen a frog chicken before. I cooked them in Australia." But no.
So apparently it's called a frog chicken. We made up a name for it that we thought was new and unique, but we're not the first ones to the punch on this.
No, us Aussies are pretty late to the party by the sounds of it.
We must be living under a rock, because apparently it's called a frog chicken.
Yeah, It looks delicious. Thanks for shedding some light on it, guys. That's what we need. When we're wrong, let us know and we will let you know our progress.
Okay, so moving on to the next one. I think you're going to like this one, right? It's posted by a friend of ours, Dub Eats Everything on Insta, and I love his Insta.
Yeah, he's good. He's got the same sort of taste buds as me, I think.
So let's have a look here. He's posted a video here of a pizza smash burger.
I'm all about it. I've seen the Big Mac attempts at pizza before, but this speaks to me a bit more. That when they make the beef lattice like that with the super, super crispy smashies, mate, it's good stuff, eh?
Yes, so this is a collab between Leon Smash Burgers, who does amazing smash burgers, and Piazza 96.
Yeah, cool. I was lucky enough to treat myself to more than one smash burger at Meat Stock Bendigo earlier this year, and they were phenomenal.
Yeah, so it's pizza dough, mozzarella blend, Leon's smash burger patties, pickles, caramelised onions, and Leon's special burger sauce.
So good.
This is a win.
It's a super win.
I need this in my life like now.
Yeah, I'm sad that this was just a once-off collab.
Domino's, it just can't hang with stuff like this.
Nah, no way. Not even in the same ballpark.
I feel you. Okay, videos of the week. So moving things along. This is things that catch our eye on the Instagram. And this is a video that popped up in my feed and gave me a bit of a chuckle. So let's watch it. It was posted on Reddit by Dear Emphasis. It's a breeding bull entering the farm of cows.
That's how it feels having a mustache, mate. My eyes are up here, ladies. He looks uncomfortable, doesn't he?
Someone posted in the comments, knees weak, balls are heavy. And a guy called Millet, he said, I'd still manage to fail to get laid in this situation.
Poor Millet.
Now, speaking of beef cattle breeding, we went to a beef cattle breeding facility in Brazil. And I'd never been to one before, but we went with a bit of a group. Tuffy Stone was there as well. And we learnt about the genetics of cows and how they go about collecting the semen, is what I'll say. So they keep them in pens, feed them obviously every day. Then twice a week they have to enter the semen collecting room.
So they do milk the bull. That explains why old mate was nervous, because he'd probably never done the deed before. He's like, wait a minute, this isn't how I get cows pregnant.
So the part that really blew my mind was that they do them in two separate rooms. The bulls go in and they have their semen harvested, and then it goes into like one of those tubes that sometimes you see in supermarkets where they've got to put the money in it and goes up. But they called theirs the Semen Express, and it went through a tube to the other building where there was a whole heap of scientist-looking people, and they were separating out the semen and judging the quality of the semen, and they reject the things that aren't good. But yeah, the Semen Express, it's a real thing.
This could go on the not my bucket list thing as well. Yeah, I used to work for a guy back in Tassie whose industry was the artificial insemination of the dairy cows, and you had to get used to the word semen a lot.
It's not a job I'd ever put my arm up for. Okay.
Literally.
Anyway, let's move on. I'm feeling uncomfortable right now.
Semen.
Okay. We've got mail.
We've got more mail.
It's not spam this time either.
It's not spam. It's not semen.
Okay, so this one was sent to us by Casey Paul, and he says, G'day legends. I'm making a habit of mowing the lawns and putting the headphones on and listening to the both of you Muppets talk about barbecue. He wants to send us a couple of hats. And he's also sent us a video, so let's have a look.
And he didn't say Muppets. You said Muppets.
I added that in. Look at this size of this
That is
smoker
a
he's got.
fucking rig. How cool are the handles? I've seen the axes before, but they're pickaxes.
We need to find out more about this barbecue. This thing's a monster.
Yeah, send us all the deets, Casey. We'll do a deep dive into this bad boy.
So I feel like regional Australia or the back of Australia is just full of characters that are just taking this barbecue thing to the extreme.
Yeah, because, I mean, if you don't live on the coast, you can definitely be forgotten about in this country. We tend to forget that there's more out west. But I like the look of this thing, and it's not a new smoker. It looks as if it's rusted into place there, so tell us more.
Yeah, I don't know if it's his or it's at a restaurant or whatnot, but Casey, let us know. And cheers for listening to the podcast. We actually really appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate it.
That brings us to our next point. BBQ Keyboard Heroes.
It's a new segment. I like
it's a
it.
new segment, right?
We could fill an episode in this bullshit, I reckon.
So we've had a few videos go viral and you always get smashed in the comments, right? But this one caught my eye for the sole purpose of who replied to them, right? I'm going to read you out the comment. It says, you know what really pisses me off with you? You'd rather sell your name and push a bullshit product to make a quick buck rather than tell the truth. Nobody is on a Blanco kick. Stop lying to yourself and the people buying your shit.
So this is not us.
This is not us, but this is a fucking wild, outlandish statement, right? So it was sent to Matt Pittman. Now, Matt Pittman right now would be the biggest person in barbecue on the planet.
I would say so.
He's replied and pinned the comment to the top of a group which has got hundreds of thousands of followers and just re-educated old mate here and said that at this stage in his career, he doesn't need to make money and he just enjoys teaching other people, which he does. And he says Blanco is his current top-selling product. Enjoy the pinned comment.
So by signing off like that, what he's actually done is he's grabbed this bloke, he's tied him up, he's covered him in honey, and he's left him out in the bush for the ants to deal with.
The hundreds of thousands of ants that are his followers, right? They would have eaten this guy alive. He's probably had to delete his account and go into hiding. That's a pretty outlandish statement, right?
Yeah, if you're going to play with the big dogs, don't piss like a puppy.
All right.
And also, too, Matt's probably one of the nicest guys around, too.
He is. He's got. I've met him once before. I think we went to a footy match with him and he was tailgating out the front at a Dallas Cowboys game and he's a super nice guy, right? And he's taught a lot of people barbecue. So, like, you get the odd chest up, upright guy that, you know, thinks they're heroes in barbecue. But if you're going to step, don't step to someone like Meat Church.
No. Yeah, I think he's learnt the hard way.
All right, BBQ Backyards. This one was sent to us by Chris Cray. Now, it doesn't look like too much from the outside. He's got the outdoor fridges. He's got an outdoor TV, outdoor dining setting, a couple of rocking chairs there. But the next picture is what caught my eye, and this is the same backyard area.
Yeah, he's got all the things. He had some beer taps plumbed into that fridge there too, I think. That's a steady-looking lineup. You've got a couple of Traegers. You've got lots of kettles, all set up differently too, I would imagine. You've got the drum smoker. You've got the GA. You've got the Matt Pittman Meat Church barbecue banner up the top.
Yeah, that was a good segue, wasn't it?
It was a good segue. And he's scored himself a couple of Traeger mats too. They're great to keep the fat off the concrete.
So he said he bought his first Traeger in 2017, and then he says, some people ask me why I have so many Webers, and you picked up on this already. He has each one of them set up a different cooking style. He's got standard baskets, offset plate, rotisserie, kettle cones, table. They're all set up different.
Yeah, and it looks like he's got the classic little Homer Simpson mini going on there.
That's a collectible, a little Smoky Joe.
Yeah. It's an investment. That's what you tell the missus anyway.
Yeah, those Webers are an investment.
Yeah, but these risers here, they work good if you've got the spit attachment, if you want to do a bit of turning. I'm not disappointed.
I feel like when you've reached maximum barbecue appreciation, this is kind of like the setup that I expect to see in your backyard.
Yeah, that's it. And you could definitely, that lawn could do with a mow. But yeah, when you've got that many barbecues, you're probably cooking every day.
No time for the lawn mow. He's
No.
got it. That's a pretty luscious grass.
It is luscious.
You're giving him a hard time there.
I am, mate. I've got to pick something out of it because it's the jealousy speaking.
Okay. This one here was posted by Nathan Mackin, and he says, it's not much compared to some others, but I love making use of the outdoor area I have. I think he's underselling this a little bit.
Well, he's maximised the little space he's got. He could pass as a TAB there with those two big screens. Got the horses and the cricket going on, and then darts if you want to do a bit of that on the side. But, yeah, the missus is making it hard for him with all those plants on the ground.
The thing I'm most jealous about is two TVs. He's watching the horse race and the cricket at the same time.
He's got all bases covered there. He's got the electric pizza oven, the pellet, and by the looks of it, the gas smoker.
So that's an electric pizza oven. I was going to say he's wall mounted it.
I bet he walks past that, though, and collects his hip on it.
Well, I think you've undersold yourself, mate. This is a pretty good backyard.
It's sick. Love it.
Well done, Nathan. Okay. Bit of art by Sigh. You been busy again?
Always busy, mate. This is a surprise for me. I don't know what I've sent you.
This one.
Boom. This was for our buddy over in Perth, Matt. Smokes a lot. This is the second design I've done for Matt. Did one a few years ago, and he wanted to go a little bit left of field with this one and portray a physical version of Sir Smokes a Lot. There's a bit of Willie Nelson vibes going on there, and he's tripping balls and he's smoking himself and the meat. But, yeah, good times. It's always fun to move away from what everyone else has got, and he always lets me go crazy with a cool colour palette and that sort of thing. And yeah, Matt Holst over in Perth, he's doing good things with his low and slow.
You've done yourself proud again.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, featured tattoos. I take no responsibility for the next photo. My brother actually gave this to me, and he has insisted that it appears on the show.
Yeah, we removed it a couple of times when it made its way back.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I've been sent this one many times. Now, as sort of trashy and funny as this might be, it's actually a really well-placed and well-done tattoo. It's definitely not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's good for a laugh, I suppose.
Do you think he ran out of colour there on the background filigree, or is that intentional?
Mate, if you've ever had around your nipple tattooed, he's definitely tapped out and getting the colour done later.
I hope this guy never goes to jail.
No, they're going to have fun with him if they do.
Okay, on to the next one. This one was posted by Dookie Main online, and he says, I thought my barbecue buddies would appreciate my latest tattoo.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot to put it. I mean, especially if you're trying to figure out what part of the pig you're cooking, you're going to be looking around trying to find the picture. But no, it's cool.
So it's definitely hogging all the attention with this one.
Yeah. Yeah, the oldies are going to get scared of that and go, oh, wait a minute, he's not a criminal, he's a joker.
I feel like if you're going to have a tattoo on your throat or your neck or your face, it needs to be a bit tough looking. I don't know if a dissected pig would be my first choice.
Mate, horses for courses, you know.
I do have a dissected cow, though. Rightio. Products. This is one that caught my eye. It's posted by Clint online, and he says, credit to West Coast Decks in San Diego, and they are built-in pop-up cornhole things, he calls them. So the guy's built his deck. When he feels like playing a bit of cornhole, pops it up. When he doesn't, pops it down.
How many times do you reckon he's forgot to put those things back in, gone to get something in the dark later that night and come an absolute gutser?
Or I reckon the kids get out the old BMX and try and use them as jumps.
I've never thought of that, but that straight into that swinging chair, mate, my kids would send it.
This caused a bit of a uproar online, mainly from the cornhole purists who basically said this is not to spec, mate, and the grade's not good enough.
Yeah, right. It's jealousy speaking.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, more products. So this one caught my eye as well, and I've never seen this before, but it's TexasMadeSupplyCompany.com. They make shirts, they make hats, and other Texas goods designed in Texas for Texas is what they say. I like some of their products. How cool is that vest?
It's very cool. I'm glad you said it was for Texans by Texans, because if it was from someone not in Texas trying to sell to people that want to look like they're from Texas, there could have been a bit of an uproar and they would have enforced the slogan, don't mess with Texas.
So if you watched last week's episode, you'd realise that this guy's got all the bloody Brady's patches on him.
He's a walking advertisement. Looks good.
Yeah, I love their stuff. This camo hoodie is pretty cool too.
By the looks of that previous slide, this guy's had the hoodie. It's lived its life and he's chopped it up and reinvented it in his vest.
Wow. Yes. You've got an eagle eye.
It's a barbecue battle vest. We need more patches, guys.
And what about these?
Sick. I don't know about the board short culture in Texas. Is there many places to sort of activate these, or?
I want to say there's a lot of rivers, and I've seen a lot of people on those inflatable tubes. They seem to get through Texas rivers.
I'm sure there's lots of swimming pools now, I think about it.
It gets hot in Texas.
Bloody oath.
So board shorts, these are camo board shorts with Texas made on them.
Just don't put them on the ground, you'll lose them.
Okay, events. Now, I'm going to get you to pronounce this one. I'm going to put you on the spot because I have zero chance of pronouncing it. Ready?
Go. Maletsunyane. No. What the fuck? It says Braai Festival. Maletsunyane.
Maletsunyane Festival? Maletsunyane Braai Festival. We're going to go with that, right?
Maletsunyane Braai Festival is my last answer. Lock it in, Eddie.
I've got no one who can confirm it except for you guys. You can confirm it. So this is the biggest barbecue festival in Lesotho. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, but I didn't even know this. But Lesotho is a country in Africa that has a population of 2.3 million people.
How's that backdrop, though? That's spectacular. It looks like there's a visitor centre with the lookout there, and they've just gone, fuck, this would be a good place for a festival.
Yeah, look at it. It's situated right next to a 192 metre high waterfall. Look at how many people they have put on the top of this mountain.
You had that in Australia, mate. You'd need 9 layers of temporary fence here to make sure people didn't go for a piss and fall off the edge.
So we're going to watch a bit of a video so you can see the scale of this thing. I didn't even know this thing existed. So they're obviously camping. There doesn't seem to be any real roads. They're all just sort of driving on temporary stuff. There's a lot of people with tents up.
Yeah, they're packed in there. This must be obviously all the camping sites, and then you go over to the expo here where everything's all nice and uniform, and yeah, lots of cover, lots of shade.
Well, we need to find out more about this festival and potentially go one day.
We need an invite.
We do need an invite.
And remember, it's a braai festival. The Africans love the use of the word braai over barbecue, so
braai is generally grilling though, yeah?
I believe so.
What a landscape.
Yeah, there's some beautiful, fertile, volcanic soil going on there.
Well, the scale of this thing is absolutely massive. How this thing flies under the radar, I don't know. But I've been to a lot of barbecue festivals around the world and big ones, and this is pretty cool.
Yeah, put that on your bucket list.
Okay, so we're drawing towards the end of the episode, and we promised everybody we were going to have some smoked dip. So we've cooked this in the Traeger, and this was sent in to us by Brad Rose as a bit of a hack. So Brad says, take a block of cream cheese, add your favourite barbecue rub, smoke it, best dip ever.
Yeah, Brad's a good friend of the show. He actually supplied us with those hockey jerseys a couple of weeks ago.
They were cool.
That was sick, eh?
Yeah, everyone loved them. Okay, let's go through a little bit of the process here. So you've used a rub of yours.
Yeah, so we've got the Louisiana-style barbecue seasoning. It's almost, you could use this one, and I have done it, as a bit of a gumbo base, this one. So there's lots of celery salt, lots of Cajun spice sort of going on. And, yeah, we've slapped that all over the cream cheese, mate, and then we've banged it in the smoker nice and low. Actually dropped it down to about 215 and hit it with the super smoke so that we could really take on that flavour without sort of cooking the cheese, I suppose.
I do love the Traeger for the super smoke feature, right? It's really good for these kind of quick cooks.
Yeah, you only need about 20 minutes with this one because ultimately it is literally cream cheese. So if you overdo it, it's just going to turn to paste.
All right. There it is.
Voila. Okay. Louisiana style cream cheese dip.
Let's try it.
I'm going to make a burger.
Oh, yeah?
Another good way to showcase your rub without pulling out a big slab of protein.
And look, it still tastes exactly like cream cheese. It's just got a hint of smoke in it and that nice little rub flavour that's not overbearing.
Yeah, that's it. And it's, up to your personal taste too. So hook in.
So love it. Cool little hack. Thank you, Brad. That brings us to our Encore. It's a random photo that one of us have found on the internet. There's no context generally. We've just got to make it up.
This is when we peaked as a species.
So I know this looks realistic, but it's got to be AI.
It's got to be AI, mate. No one could sew seams in the jeans that good back in the 80s.
So what's going on here?
I don't know. I think one of the prompts into the AI feature might have been a guy showing off his wiener. And AI's taken it a bit too literally.
And what's he holding over here? Like, is it a stick holding 2 extra wieners?
Well, we know that AI can't draw fingers, so he's got very confused there. And it's a finger holding what looks like to be a pair of chopsticks holding 2 little sausages. And, the sausages are actually curled around if you can look closely. It's an
interesting photo, and that must be the heaviest hot dog ever held by a human being, because look at the size of his forearms.
Yeah. Pure masculinity in its
He's got a mustache
form.
too.
Yeah, mate.
Hairy
Good
chest.
sideburns too. Sideburns aren't a thing anymore, are they?
No, but I feel like if you've got a hairy chest, a mustache, and sideburns, that's the trilogy.
It is. And AI recognises it.
All right. That's it.
Under season. It's been a good journey. And, we're still getting warmed up, kicking into the summer. I'm sure lots of barbecuing's been happening out there over the festive period. So send us your cooks, send us your fuck-ups. We'll be gentle. Probably won't be. But, yeah, send us some hot sauce too. I'm going to try and see if I can handle talking through a segment with a mouthful of something tasty.
So here's the plan. If you've got a good hot sauce, send it in. Sigh's going to have a crack, no milk, and he's going to try and get through an episode.
Not an episode, a fucking
Come
segment.
All right.
No, but not one of those stupid fucking hot sauces. Like something with at least a bit of flavour. You know, it's got to have balance.
Rightio. Cullies, we're thinking of you. Send us some stuff.
Yeah, and I'll probably have it on ice cream anyway.
All right. See you next episode.
Still.
Ciao.